Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. And on this channel, Mama reality TV shows, I'm celebrities, and my YouTubers. If you're joining me for the first time today, subscribe. Now, you guys. Luke Ntombela did an interview here on YouTube. Number one, it was the first time watching this podcast. Fly Motion has a podcast here on YouTube. Fly Motion is a comedian slash radio DJ, and since everybody adds businessman, I guess he's a businessman too. So Fly Motion did an interview with Luke Ntombela, which shocked me because with these men in the entertainment space, they defend each other without really listening to what the women are saying. Okay, so I was like, okay. So Fly Motion was willing to take this risk and interview Luke Ntombela. Does he have an issue with DJ Tira? I don't know. I just wondered about it, you guys. I even wondered if they are friends. But he does mention that he did call DJ Tira to come tell his side of the story too. And I think DJ Tira said that he is busy right now. And then he went ahead and just had an interview with Luke Ntombela. Now, the story that Luke tells is the same as the story she told on her social media. So it's still the same. But she does clarify some things, you guys. One, I was shocked by the fact that she still says that DJ Tira is a good person. I'm like, okay. She says, yeah, he's a good person. Besides the incident that happened, which she doesn't even know if it was an incident, because remember, her whole thing is she wants answers as to what happened that one night where she ended up waking up next to DJ Tira. So besides that, everything else that happened, Tira had been a good person. That's what he had displayed. Okay? Now, here's the thing that she clarifies as well. She has never really accused Tira of anything specific, except that she has always said she wants answers as to what happened that night. How did I end up waking up next to you in your bedroom, in your bed that morning? That's the answer she wants. Okay. There is no case that she has opened. She has never said that DJ Tira asked her. She has never said that Tira asked her. She has never said that Tira MO'd her. She asked what happened the night I woke up next to you after we had been at your house. Okay. Because she says that she remembers sitting on the couch, but then things went blank until the next morning. So she does not know what happened. That is the answer that she wants. Okay? Now, you guys, she says the reason that she wants the answers is because she feels she wants closure. Initially, after the incident had happened, she had woken up, got ready, went to church, and she had talked herself into saying, listen, we need to bury this, bury this somewhere at the back of my mind and let me move on with my life. But she felt like there would be things, for an example, when they were having conversations with Tira, where she will be feeling triggered, and she felt like she hadn't healed because of that. Remember, besides the incident, they had done music together, so they still needed to have those conversations about the music. So every time that they would have those back and forths, then this thing would come up. Now, for those who are asking why she decided to do it on social media, she says that she had tried previously to get the answers away from social media. she had tried, but she never got the answers. Instead, she would get things like, you're not the first one to claim something like this, and you're not going to be the last. Okay? Which made me feel like he was basically saying he can get away with it. So even if you try and expose him, he will get away with it. So she had tried to do it just between them, because the goal had always been to get answers as to what happened that night, the night that she blacked out. Okay. Now, you guys, people have made comments about how weird she acts, especially on her social media, and also just the fact that even in this interview, you guys, while she's talking about the story, she laughs at very awkward moments. You know, like she'll be telling the story and she'll be talking about a very serious part of it, and then she would laugh at points, and you would feel like, I don't know if she uses laughter to avoid getting emotional sometimes. And for me, this one explained a little bit, because she says that whatever happened, okay, remember, with Tira, she's not saying that she was art, but obviously, all of us are adults. We like, duh, you know, obviously something happened that died. Okay. Now, she says, for those who are asking why she took time, she never told anybody. If you know, she only spoke after so long. She says, one of the things that made her keep quiet is because there is a similar incident that happened in her life earlier that had nothing to do with DJ Tira, and she had spoken up about it, and she saw how much this affected her family. So it didn't only affect her, it affected her family, how much the people that loved her or she loves were hurt by the whole situation. So it ended up not just being about her saying, this is what happened to me, this is how I'm understanding it. And, you know, there were other people that were affected by her revealing it, to a point where she regretted revealing it. She regretted that she had told. Okay. So initially, this is the thing that stopped her from talking about this initially. But no matter how much she tried to block it, it kept coming back. So it will creep up at her. And then she decided to, you know, try and get the answers from DJ Tira, which she wouldn't get until she went on social media. Now, you guys, they do talk about the lawyer letter, which I believe was fake. Okay, I believe that that letter was fake, because I feel like if the letter was really from the attorneys, and since she didn't do what the letter demanded her to do, because she was supposed to delete the post and issue an apology publicly, all of that, she never did that. They should have followed up with something, but they haven't. So it's fake. That thing, it looked fake, but now after the fact, you can say that it was fake, because they never did anything about it, about her not following the instructions from the letter. Now comes an interesting part. Remember, they posted the letter from the lawyers to give us the impression that basically Tira was wanting us to think that he's denying doing the thing without denying it. So basically, Tira, with the lawyer's letter, Tira was denying the thing without actually denying it. Okay. Now she says, the strange thing about the whole thing is that away from the public, she is still being approached and offered money. And the money that she's being offered keeps going up. Fly Motion does mention you guys to say, listen, it's very strange that DJ Tira from the beginning of this whole thing hasn't come out to say, I did not do this, did not happen. Or if it happens, for him to just offer an explanation. Because he can either come and say, this whole story that this woman is telling never happened. She never woke up in my in my house never woke up next to me. And if he says that, I would ask, do you have a security system at your house? Maybe let's look at the camera and just see, was she at your house that day? He's never said it. He's never come out to deny that it happened, or he's never come out to give us a different explanation to say, yeah, it happened. She did wake up next to me, but this is what had happened, so it's not a big deal. So that is strange, you guys. So yes, she is still being approached and offered money, and the amount goes up every day. Now, what is not clear is what the money is for if he is not admitting that he did anything. She says that she is determined that she's not going to take the money, because really what she wants is the truth of what happened that day. She even says, listen, she would accept him meeting with her and telling her the details of what happened. And even if the agreement is that she is not going to go back to the public and tell the public what happened, she wants to know for herself. So the closure is for herself to know what happened that night. However, she feels like now, because Tira has involved the lawyers, she has also had to involve her lawyer. So those people will have to know whatever it is that they talk about there. Also, she would have to go back to the public now and say, listen, we've sorted things out. Even though she is okay with signing something that says whatever we talk about is between the two of us and it will not be disclosed. So she's saying she wants to know, she wants an explanation of what happened that night. But if he does not want to do it publicly, they can do it privately. For her, it would be enough if he just tells her what happened. Because remember, she hasn't told us what happened that night, because she doesn't know herself. She said she blacked out. She told us what happened the night before, and she told us what happened in the morning. So, listen, you guys. When it comes to opening the case, she says she was never looking to open the case anyways. She was never going to open the case, because even that day, she never thought of going to the doctor and getting checked and all of that. She just wanted to get to church and get home. So even when she started this whole thing, it wasn't for her to open a case. But if they keep pushing her with the lawyer's thing, then on her side, she might have to now do something. I think it's going to be a difficult one, because, of course, she does not know what happened. She does say, although, guys, that that morning, as umuntu wesifazane, she did feel that something had happened, you know. But how it ended up happening with somebody that she wasn't even dating or fencing, nothing, she does not know. Okay. Anyway, you guys, I'm gonna tell you this. Story sakhe siyafana. And usually it's very hard to, excuse me, it's very hard to keep the lie consistent. It's very hard. So I don't know, you guys. But I know that there's somebody that's going to come in the comments and say, she is a lie. And I guess you have a right to do that. But for those who want to watch the full interview, you guys, search for The Basement podcast. Fly Motion is the presenter there, you guys. And yeah, I think he did a good job. But you can say what's podcast. But I think he did ask the right questions that, wanted to know from Luke. But there wasn't a lot that was new in the information that she gave, because her story is very much, the same as the story she told on social media. I think for me, the interesting part was the fact that even up until recently, she's still being approached and offered money. Now, the question is, because we are adults here, how many girls are out there that have this story? That is my question. Also, remember, there are girls that would want to get into the music industry, but they are never successful, and maybe something like this happens to them and they're like, no, this industry is not for me. If things like this are going to happen, they take a step back, they redirect their lives, and we never really know them as like famous, popular people. But there are also people that have made it, you know. I wonder how many of the people that have worked with DJ Tira have this kind of story, and they are now successful because of him. But there's this story as the background of their relationship with this person, but you know, they're not gonna tell us. I'm just wondering. I'm wondering how many. Listen, guys, I think it's not an easy thing for her to come out and say the story. And good for her that she didn't, when the whole thing started, where people were swearing at her. Even Tira's wife's sister was there by Instagram saying some things. The wife said some things too. She didn't just retrieve and what do you call it? Is it retreat? Something where you take a step back and just be like, hey, no, I was joking. Because then it makes us, she's always been, the story is the same. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before Pumagona. Share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers in a tanda. Cool. That is for those about tea al